more like peach nectarine characteristics coming through. And then this is the Grigio, so we like making both Grigio and Gris. So Grigios are just a little bit lighter style. Really nice citrusy notes to finish. But yeah, we picked the Grigio about 5 days before the Gris, so not very much difference, and then treat them very much the same in the winery. So the only difference is when, so same grape, but just when they're picked is the difference for us. My parents bought this in 2014.
Oh, okay.
There was nothing here before that. No wines were made on site. It was just a fruit block. Okay. So 2015 was the first vintage, and the cellar door opened early 2016.
Oh, okay.
So they did a whole year and a half with basically no income coming off this block.
Okay.
So if you wanted to say age your Pinot Noir for an extra year, you have to be able to afford, you have to have financial backing basically to be able to got that nice really ripe fruit notes coming through, but still finishes dry, most of our whites. We want the aromatics and the depth to come through, but still want them to be nice and easy drinking as well. About 5 hours on skin, so a little bit of a darker rosé, but so really fruity but nice and dry as well. We have quite an unusual clone of Pinot Noir. It's called the Mariafeld. It's a Swiss clone, and it was made for sparklings and rosés. So it gives you really floral aromatics and quite intense flavours as well.
May I ask, when you see this word rose, in the tradition in Tasmania, does it mean that this is actually a lady wine?
No.
Not necessary, is it?
No.
Okay.
My dad likes to say that the Spanish men fight bulls and at the end of the day drink rosé.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's
That's
an indication of masculinity.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
No. The old concept is that rosé is a woman's drink, is a girl's drink.
Oh, that's the old concept.
The old,
actually, it came from the Europe side, right? The French people, the Italians.
Probably, yeah. But a bit like the same thing in Australia as Shiraz. If you're a true man, you drink a really big, heavy Shiraz. That's all you drink. You don't drink anything else because that's a woman's drink. But that's sort of a lot of those concepts are breaking down. They're not. Most people now. You still get a few, old school come through the cellar door that just drink Shiraz, but generally not. You don't. Yeah, not so much anymore. But it's definitely was a concept. But it's also got light tannin, so it's more leaning towards a red wine from a white grape. So if you've had orange wine before, that's what this is. And then we age it like a white, so it stayed in stainless steel, keeps that nice acidity, that nice freshness, but you get a bit more depth to it. So if you're sitting down and you don't know whether to have a white or a red with a meal, this is what you drink.
Okay.
It's got the best of everything.
So
thank you.
Yeah. Bring it closer. Yes, yeah.
你不是讲要背光，这样拿来我放给他。
So it smells sweet. Tastes dry.
When it's dry, it means that it's less. It's still sweet, right? But it's not so fruity.
You know,
Does it mean that?
It's sweet. Dry is how much sugar is left, how much grape sugar is left in the wine after it's finished fermenting.
Yes.
And this is dry. All the sugar's gone.
Oh, all the sugar is gone. Oh, okay.
But you still get the fruit characteristics.
Yes.
All our white wines you've tasted are all fruity, but dry. That's our style we like to do.
Oh, okay.
We like to do all our wines fruity. So that rosé you just had smells really aromatic, smells like it's going to be sweet, but it's actually dry. A wine is considered dry if it's less than 5 grams of sugar to the litre.
Oh, okay.
And so this is less than 1 gram.
Oh,
yeah, so it's really quite dry. But it's going to smell really sweet. And when you smell it, your olfactory nerve tells your brain it's sweet. But once you get it in your mouth, you realise it's actually not.
Oh, okay. Okay. Understand.
It's a Pinot Noir single block. So it means it's very much from one block of Pinot we've got in the vineyard. So we've got 5 blocks spread out the vineyard, different blocks of Pinot Noir, with different clone. This is a one clone. The one we think is, the best.
Yeah.
The rest of our Pinot is usually blend, which is really nice as well. But this is just one clone.
Yeah.
And that's all we've got at the moment. So all our Pinots in the barrels still, all our 2022 still in the Pinot barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll leave the bottle on the table if you want.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a little bit lighter than warmer climate Merlots. So it's got the weight of the Pinot Noir on your palate or on your tongue, but with more savoury notes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Me too.
Yes, please.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Where are you from now? He doesn't know? No. Where are you from?
Singapore.
Oh, Singapore. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Have you been to Singapore before?
I haven't actually, no. I've flown over, probably. So, yeah, of course I've been to Europe a couple of times.
Right.
But then, and I've had stopovers in Bangkok, but not in Singapore.
Bangkok, that's nice place.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Should drop by one day.
Okay, drop
Yeah.
some wine?
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Right.
Do you want me to leave that there?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
100 years older than the Champagne method. So a different group of monks in the Loire Valley were actually making sparkling before Champagne. It's just that no one knows about them. So with this you bottle just before it finishes the very first fermentation. So you get the sediment down the bottom.
Okay.
So it goes very cloudy. You don't add sulfur to it because it would kill off the yeast and you need it to be active. So
it's expected to be cloudy.
yes, exactly. Yeah. So it gives you a bit more texture, a bit more mouthfeel, but the full ferment on the skins as well. So really, very much lots of like dark plum, cherry characteristics coming through. Really fruity, but a little bit of light tannin as well, and then soft bubbles.
Okay, thank you.
Going for a tipsy friar tuck.
Yeah.